Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel. This is just going to touch briefly on a short note on my Beauty from Ashes series in my AspieAnswersAll channel. Pretty much at this moment in time, it's titled Double Standards, pretty much, and hopefully the men, if there's any that are following or would like to watch my series, and comment on whatnot, let me know pretty much how you think about it all, because at the end of the day, this is all for you guys as well as females in this channel as well, which I'm hoping to reach both sexes, sort of thing, which I know that everyone needs. As I said before in I think in my introductory, that everyone needs that, time, that they need encouragement regardless of where we are in life, pretty much. Okay, this is, as I said, double standards. This is what I thought about. If you argue with them, here's a guy you loved or you thought you loved, especially vice versa, the guy that argued with the girl that he thought he loved or what have you, you're looking for a fight, but if you're quiet, they'll say that you don't care. If you call them, you're too clingy, desperate, in the works. But if they call you, you should drop whatever you're doing at the top of the hat at any given moment of time, be it whatever you're doing, and to be happy that they obviously given that time of day to call you, If you don't love them, however, they'll try to win you over, but when you do love them, they take everything of you and about you for granted, or even just take everything away from you that you once had in yourself. Okay, if you sleep with them in the first few dates, some guys may think you're a tease, maybe, because, in this everyday life, I've learned pretty much that, in today's society, as I said in one of my titles, basically based on the relationship sector, is that many men, maybe females as well included, I don't know, tend to jump from relationship to relationship because, as I said before, they're not seeming to be sure who they should be with. Some guys I've heard saying the excuse is basically the reason why they're going from relationship to relationship is because that even though they feel either A, unsure about themselves, or B, that they just feel that the one that they thought they were with isn't filling their needs, just because of their sexual desires or temptation to do that kind of thing. Doesn't mean that guys should actually go about and actually do it, because at the end of the day, I feel that, most guys, as I hate to use this title, even though I haven't done this yet, of the Dear Men series again, of the players. Now I've just said the word. But, at the end of the day, why should you just go about your merry way, jumping from relationship to relationship, just to fill your sexual commitment down between your legs there? At the end of the day, you should be able to respect the woman you're with, however it may be, because at the end of the day, tomorrow's not promised. Yes, however, yes, you may think you're trapped and stuff, you're not sure of that person, but at the end of the day, stop being in denial about yourself, thinking that she's not the one or whatever, because you never know, she could be the one for you, but you're not seeing it in a bigger picture, of the bigger future at hand. I know for a fact that I'm trying my hardest right now, as I've said to myself time and time again, not to have the Prince Charming and the white horse, and basically, I don't know, wearing a zama, and I'm Prince Rapunzel letting down her hair, so to speak. But then again, yeah, as I said, just if you're not sure of that relationship, be honest with yourself and maybe talk it out, sort of thing, and see if you can do some leeway with that particular girl. However, she may be understandable, and if you do have a break from her, or whatever the case may be, so you can get right for yourself before you may decide to go back with her, then yeah. But then again, I guess it's all, in all fairness, that's up to you guys to decide. However, I've learned that in this day and age, though, however, that there's so many different messages, different websites is feeding the guys' minds. I'll mention this now for the males' minds, that she must have a gorgeous butt, or beautiful breast. But as I said in one of my videos before, we're not perfect in our every way. We have our flaws, we have our imperfections, everything. But time and time again, damn it makes me bloody angry that, excuse my term, that guys should at least accept a virus who gives the right for you guys just to think that you can dream up that we're going to be the next Kim Kardashian, the next Beyonce shaking our booty around, or whatever the case may be? This is sickening, you know. Time for a reality check. We are not there, as I said in one of my other channels, to be used as a trophy, used for your entertainment, using it to your, showing it, us off to your bros, or whatever you want to call them. You know, at the end of the day, you know, we are made in the image of God in different realms of different roles. You know, be it whatever it is. You know, many males tend to obviously misread or misconceive everything that's is important in that relationship, however. And to me, it's saddening because obviously maybe some of the mind patterns is from what they maybe been observing from the parents on how to treat women, or another reason it's maybe the bulletin boards, or even, excuse my term, the guys watching porn, you know, thinking, you know, all girls should be like this, but hello, in reality, it's not real, because obviously most of the girls that are on those channels are basically all ballooned up, you know, with Botox or something. I don't know. I could be wrong from what I've been doing my research on. But then again, you know, we should be accepted for who and what we are based on our characteristics, as well as maybe, I don't know, some guys might think, you know, looks is more important first and foremost than the characteristics of us being kind, loving, loyal, and all that to you. How long do you expect that female to be in that circle of yours, pretty much, when you expect her to be the next Kim Kardashian for what she's maybe doing for you? She's remained loyal to you. She's remained whatever. I'm one of them. I've learnt that in the hard way with my past relationships with some of them that has cheated on me, that I'm the loyal one here and I get burned easily, obviously, and that I'm maybe too trustworthy for certain guys that has come into my life, and now trying to, you know, get back into the guys circle and actually maybe be there for a reason or season of time, you know, even if it means that, as I said to myself, and I'm laughing at this all the time, and I'm thinking it, the little cat lady, you know, with the 100 cats living in this day and age. Okay, but anyway, another one is, however, in this double standard, if you do sleep with guys on your first dates, okay, for this double standard, you're labelled as a slut, hoe, whore, the works, you know, be it whatever it is. You know, guys may have that mentality, they think, oh, I need to score as many girlfriends as I can all in one sitting. Hello? How does that work? We should be focusing on the one, if we've got one in that circle, for starters. Because at the end of the day, what if she turned around and walked away? You know, and then your so-called bros will be laughing at you, you know, maybe, you know, too hard out at you and thinking, you know, that she wasn't worth your time, or even she may have been worth your time, even if they are, some are complete opposite of those guys, saying that, you know, some of them may be encouraging you, saying that he was worth your time. Why didn't you actually grow up, mature, and whatever? Because as I said before, relationships can be hard work, basically, and also I know it's hard work because obviously it requires a lot of important foundations of trust, honesty, respect, communication, and all these other things. But like I said, more touch base on that later. So here it goes. Also, however, and the double standards part of my food for thought patterns, if you talk about your problems to the guy, they'll tell you to stop complaining about everything, and if you don't, they say that you don't trust them. I feel that could be true, but then again, you know, everyone has their different uptake on all this, so bear with me. If you have advice pretty much to a guy, you're a nag, know-it-all, whatever title they want to label you as, but if they offer advice to you, however, it's because they care, is what they think they care, so to speak. If you break a promise, they'll never trust you again. However, on the other hand, but if a guy broke a promise, it's because you obviously didn't have a choice to actually, you know, you didn't have a choice. You need to be more understanding, is what I've hate hearing all the time. If you cheat, it's over. But if a guy cheats, however, it's a mistake and you have to give them another chance to prove that they're worth it and they're man enough to handle anything. My thoughts of all this, however, as I've shared so many times, is it hard to just meet someone in the middle, you know, that you may love or care about in your life halfway, without any judgment and criticism, and just basically accept who and what they are? Because at the end of the day, as I said, there's no such thing as a Kim Kardashian, no such thing as a Beyonce. Everyone has their faults and flaws and mistakes and whatever. But if we work together, I'm sure that in due time that you may be thinking, oh, maybe I'll ride this out and actually trust this person that's in my circle. But more on the subtext later, my food for thought on that later, as I said, based on that relationship factor, which is under a title I can't remember on the top of the head, because like I said before in my previous video, a lot of thinking going on. So, and more further ado, you guys have a great evening or afternoon or whatever time of day it is, and I'll see you soon.